Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the podcast. How are you guys doing? It is the exclusive, fabulous five bitches. You have KT, you have Locks, you have Joy, and you have Felicia, and of course myself, Goddess. How are you guys doing tonight? Tonight, we are having grown folk conversation. We will discuss sex, we will discuss relationships, we will discuss just the normal things we go through in relationships.
Yes.
So get comfortable,
Yes.
grab your drink, and let's get to talking.
We ready?
I'm ready.
We ready.
So the first topic I wanted to speak about. Oh, there I go. Oh, there I There
There
I
she
You
go.
look good, girl.
go. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Okay, so I want to speak on um I want to speak on marriages, happily married people with a healthy sex life. I also want to speak on single people who are happily single. So we can start the conversation off with that.
Nice. Well, I'm happily single. So I don't know who else in the room is happily single, but I definitely am for so many different reasons.
Ooh.
Sometimes you got to just take the time to focus on yourself and some things that you didn't get to do years ago. And it's refreshing and fun. So, anybody else in the chat happily single?
I
I am not
am.
happily single.
Oh, Lord.
Mhm.
You know.
I
Go
am.
ahead, Rob.
And, oh, okay.
Speak on it.
We're human, and there are moments in time, like for the holidays or maybe Valentine's Day. At those
Right, right.
particular moments, you're like, "Damn, I ain't got no Valentine." Ah, well, let me just buy some strawberries and some chocolate dip and make myself feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But overall, I have spent 25 years of my life in marriages and between two marriages. So I don't feel too bad that I'm having a break. My child is grown
Yep.
and I don't have to spend my time figuring out, oh, I don't feel good, but I got to make this meal. Oh,
Yep.
I don't feel good, but this man is coming home and I got to wash his dirty drawers. I'm sorry, people. Facts. So there are
Speak
Mm-hmm.
on
moments
it.
that I don't
Speak
feel
on it.
bad about it because I have nobody to do anything for. If I wanna, if I'm dating and I feel like it, but it's not my obligation. I didn't sign on no dotted line. So for right now, my business is my focus and I have to, do some major moves. And this year is major to me. I have a goal list. So right now, I mean, if somebody happens to come into my world as it is, whoop de doo. But if they don't, I'm gonna be all right because I'm focusing on the things that I need to do for me to make me
Boss.
feel whole on my own.
Boss. Same.
And when someone comes to the table, they have to come, with their shit together, because for lack of a better word, so we both could make this power couple. But I can't be struggling trying to get my stuff in line, and then you're coming, just chilling, playing PlayStation all day. Like we can't do that.
Right. And I think that there are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of women that would agree with you that are in that spot, whether they were married or whether they were in long term relationships, that the
Yes.
light just kind of came on one day and said, if it's two of us, then we need to be going like 8 miles an hour instead of like negative 2 miles an hour.
Right, because the worst thing in the world is when you're trying to climb this ladder of life and you have someone every step you go up, they tell you all the reasons why you should come down two more steps.
Negative two.
Right.
Damn.
Right? It comes a moment when you're like, you know what, this is not working for me anymore, and I really want to go up this step.
Yeah.
And if I have to go up these steps alone, that's what I'm going to do because I'll be damned if I'll be sitting in my rocking chair one day thinking all I coulda, shoulda, woulda, but I changed I'm kind of kept my life in the background because I want to do things to make somebody else happy.
Right, right.
And
Well,
meanwhile, they gonna get up one day, if whether you leave them, they leave you, and they go off with somebody else, and they're not stopping that person.
right, right.
So
Well,
at
let's
this
let the
point,
happily one
it's
talk.
yeah,
The
yeah.
happy one. Let's let the happy one talk.
Me?
Mm.
Yes.
I am happily married, honey. Um, I'm not gonna sit here and say it
Beautiful.
was easy, but me and my husband have such a strong bond. Like at this point in our relationship, the only thing that could break us up is God, which is through death.
Hmm.
Um, it's honestly about being honest with each other at the end of the day, being honest, being vulnerable,
Right.
opening up to each other. Because honestly, at the end of the day, when you are dealing with a person, they're not gonna like every single part of you. They're not gonna like every single thing you do, but they should still love you
Right.
for who you are at the end of the day. They should love
Exactamente.
you enough to accept those certain flaws that you have that might irritate them, because we all have stuff that irritates us,
Right.
so why not accept that person's flaws if you can't accept theirs? Like
Right.
my husband loves to watch sports. I like sports, but not like he likes sports.
Right.
Right.
So we pull and tug with each other, like compromise. Let me not say pull and tug. I don't want anybody to get the wrong
Mm.
impression. But we compromise a lot. Like if he's watching sports and I know I got my Beats headphones right here and I know I'm on YouTube, I'm good.
Nice.
Or
Nice.
if he know he's been watching sports too much, he'll say, "You know what, babe, you go ahead and take the TV over. I know I've been, going hard on football, basketball, soccer,
Hmm.
boxing, damn MMA, you know, shit, rap battles, you know." And it's all about being aware of how you treating a person too, because sometimes when we argue, at the end of the argument we're laughing at each other because first of all I'm too damn silly, so it's really
Even
hard
if
to
he
even
want to
stay
be
mad
mad,
at
he
me.
can't. Hmm.
Right, we end up laughing at each other sometimes, which I feel that's true love. Like a lot of people, bitch, you fart the wrong way and they out of there. And it's
Right.
just the truth. Like, oh my God, did you burp? Yes, bitch. I'm not about to blow out my neck because you don't let me burp in. Like, I'm not about to hold my fart in and then I'm walking around like I'm constipated for the next 5 hours. No, I'm not doing that. So
So
it
I
comes with all of that. Like, you gotta honestly open up and be
Oh
100%
God.
real. Like when my husband leave the house, the last thing on my mind is him cheating or having to hide his ring, or
Yeah.
thinking he with another girl. If anything, he going to a bar to get the fuck away from me, but he not worried about another woman.
boundaries,
Okay,
boundaries. Y'all have good
right.
boundaries. Yeah,
And,
that's
and the
awesome.
same when I leave out. If I'm going somewhere, that's where the fuck I'm going. If
Yeah.
he know, like even with YouTube, as many text messages and stuff as we get, he
Yeah.
don't have to worry about that with me because that's the last thing on my mind. I've been through too much in life, and I know what I have.
Right.
I would
Right.
rather be with him than be without him. So I'm not going to put myself
In a
in a
position
position to lose something that I hold so dearly
that
to
you're
me.
sure about.
Right.
Hmm.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And Ama, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, but Ama says that it's a tough journey and you got to compromise. And that's
Right.
true, Ama. Thank you for commenting because that's exactly what Goddess was talking about. That's
Yeah,
what
and
she and her man do.
it plays a big part because it's a lot that goes. It's not just, oh yeah, you're cute, I'm cute, let's be cute
Yeah.
together.
Hmm.
Like it's a lot of fucking shit that you got to deal with. Okay, half of the time when he snore, I be wanting to punch him in his throat while he sleep. And then half of the time when I'm asleep, I got a damn breathing mask on. So I look like I'm a damn hospital patient when he wake up in the morning. So it's you gotta find the love in it, at the end of the day. Like people say love is not there anymore, or people, you know, love is just non-existent these days. It's like no, it's still people out there. It's just what are you looking at in a mate?
Yeah,
Are
because
Yeah.
you
some
looking
people are
at
very
looks?
shallow.
Right. Are you looking at looks or are you looking at what they can provide? Are
And this
you looking
woman,
at do they have to be more cute than they have money or do they have to have more money than they are cute? But they
and this,
could be cute and beat the shit out you or piss on you like
Right.
R. Kelly. I'm
right?
Oh
just
Lord.
saying.
And this
You
woman knows
never
what
know.
she's talking about because they're going into double digits in
Right.
the
We've been
next couple of
together
years.
8 years. We got married in 2014.
Hmm.
So we've been together more than long enough. We damn near be together 10 years by the time I blink.
Yep.
And he's still my best friend and he still gets on my fucking nerves sometimes. And I get on his damn nerves
And
too.
that's real.
That's
But
awesome.
shit, suck a dick and have sex and fucking keep it moving because everything is not that serious. Seriously. Everything is not that serious. Get a good nut in and come and laugh and be like, damn, I thought that was the end of us. And it was like, shit, not after you relieve that stress. It's like, all right, we got a little bit more compromising in us. Shit, I'm here for another day. You got me.
Oh
No,
gosh.
but I really do. I love my husband, and people think it's like a front. Like it's so much more to pictures. It's so much more
Yeah.
to smiling in front of other people. Like no, bitch. Like we real life happy over here. We
Hmm.
laugh together. We know what each other are thinking. He just told me last night before I got on live, I looked like I was ready to fight. And what I do, got on here and dragged Nicole Tyler from the rooter to the
Uh-oh.
tutor.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay. So it's about
Mm-mm-mm.
what you want out of it, and it's about being honest with each other.
And it's about two
And
people complimenting each other.
Yeah.
period. And I love him to death. I will kill a bitch. Quick,
Mm.
quick. I'm gonna be the married wife that you divorced and was outside your window. So, but I know she can't do you better than me. I know you hear my voice. You remember me, don't you? I tell him all the time, bitch, I could die today or tomorrow. I'm gonna come right back. My whole spirit gonna come right back and lay right next to his ass. He'll be like, I feel my wife around. Yep, because I'm right there.
Wait, and your ghost gonna be saying, "Wait, you doing that with her? You never did
Damn
that with
right.
me."
I'm gonna start knocking all types of shit down around the house. Don't let them start having sex because I'm knocking everything down. He'll be like, what the hell going on in here? I'm knocking over cereal boxes, candles, anything my damn spirit is able to shift. She gonna be like, that's weird. Every time we have sex, stuff start falling over. Shit, you damn right. I'm shifting the whole house if I can.
And pulling her feet and all that.
Okay, I'll be the one that's when you in the shower, you think you heard something, bitch. I'm really there. you not hallucinating. I'm trying to scare you up out my damn husband's house. I'm gone, but I ain't gone. Shit,
Oh,
I ain't that damn far gone. Okay.
Mm-mm. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a one of a kind relationship right there.
Yeah, and I think we were put together honestly because when we sit back and talk, sometimes he like, damn, I feel like I met you before. I feel like I seen you before, and then I be like,
Oh, nice.
he actually seen me get into a fight one day, and did not know it was me. That's how you know when the universe puts people
Wow.
around to groom them and get them ready for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to be still because when he tried to talk to me,
You
I
wasn't
was the
hearing
most
it.
ratchetest. Y'all see how I talk. And back then, I used to smoke cigarettes. And he was like, can I get a cigarette? And I said, this is my last one. He said, can I hit that? I said, you want herpes? You don't know who around here got herpes. You just smoking anybody's cigarette? He's like, I was like, this bitch crazy.
Wait, you didn't finish the sentence. She crazy, but I'ma marry her.
Right. She gonna be my wife, though. He married this crazy bitch. I You just gonna smoke anybody's cigarette? You talking about I just wanted your number. I had a whole pack in my pocket. I said, so you just left me sitting with my one cigarette and didn't even offer? Why you got a whole pack in your pocket? How rude. But that's how the world works sometimes. Yes, my baby.
Well, for the people out there that are not with somebody and are hearing these great things about your relationship, I don't want to turn into the interviewer, but I know somebody is wondering, like, if they feel like they're ready, but nobody is like showing up, what do they do? Like, how do you find somebody like that?
You said if they're not showing up.
Yeah, if somebody feels like they're ready for a relationship like the one that you're in, but nobody seems to be showing up to like match them, to like be that other part, like, what do you do?
That's a good question. Yeah. You gotta be honest. You know what? Hold on, because I gotta get my words together. Because you know how people go on dates and stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, this is what I like. This is what I like." And sometimes they say one thing that throws them off.
Yeah,
they're done. And it's like, first off, you have to look at how many men this day and age are crackheads,
in jail,
meth addicts. You know, thieves, homeless. You gotta account all of that, and then you want the big baller with 9 figures, and he gotta have a size 12 shoe, and he gotta be 7'2" and play basketball, and like we gotta get out of that fantasy damn dream. We have to be realistic too, because sometimes somebody can go through something and end up changing their life for the better and can be the best thing that ever happened to you. My husband, which I don't want to keep rubbing him in, but this nigga didn't used to smile. And I used to be like, what's wrong with you? I know I'm funny. Shit, I know I'm funny. So if you're not laughing at none of my jokes, you had a hard damn life. Okay? So you know, it took him a long time, but I'm too damn silly for him to be so serious all the time. And I slowly opened him up, and now he's the most loving, silly person I've ever met. So sometimes you just got to bring it out of people too. Sometimes people want to feel comfortable enough, because they do put men in a world now where you just can't have any emotion as a man. You know,
good point.
Men can't cry. Men can't show emotion. Men can't, if they get fired from their job, they still gotta keep a straight face. You know, they gotta work for the family. They can't ever show that they're hurt. You know, even at funerals, I'm like, this nigga's not crying. Well, something's wrong. So you know, it's mind boggling to see sometimes, and then I'm so emotional because I'm an empath. That I'm crying for him. I'm like, I know what you're going through. And he looking at me like, girl, get it together, please. You know, so it's a lot we have to accept, and it's a lot that men go through also. It's not just what we want, it's what they want. They want all these, come on now, y'all see all these damn women getting asses that you can sit fucking whole tables on.
Yep.
Titties out to their damn chin, you know, no stomach. And then some of these guys see these pictures and imagine, oh, this is what all women are supposed to be like.
Exactly.
And it's not a reality. It's a fatuation. You know, so that's a part of the problem too. Because I look at it like, if that's what you want, and I'm the person that you want, then you can go ahead and just make an appointment with Dr. Miami, and I can be all that you want me to be. Just call him on up. Give me that 360 lipo. Give me that BBL. You know, that mommy tummy tuck. You know, we could get it popping. But they don't see what these Instagram models are going through when they are doing
Some of them
or
almost
what
lost
they're
their
doing
life.
for it, right?
Hmm.
They out here sucking 30,000 dicks. They out here
Oh
fucking
Lord,
raw.
not
They out here
30,000.
having orgies. You know, they out here like, nah, I just had sex with you, but my man's got hit it too. And then my
Wow.
producer guy hit it too. And then
Wow.
y'all
Hmm.
just gotta sit here in the hallway naked, like Kaya said in her damn video,
Right.
and just be waiting to suck a nigga dick. Like, I'm
Oh
not trying to
no.
sell my soul like that. So good for y'all, bitches. High five for being able to
Mm-mm.
suck that many dicks in one night. Cause after I do once or twice with my nigga, I'm done. Like, don't put it in my face. Don't wave it near me. I'm good. I thought we was good, you know. I thought I put in a good, you know. I thought I put in my time. You know, I'm okay now. You know, so
Oh
it's
God.
a lot behind the pictures with these people that they see, and just like those twins that was on the Bad Girls Club. They out here sleeping with older men, and one of them died. Now the bitch gotta go to trial because they
Hmm.
decide after the nigga died they gonna take the card
Yep.
Wow.
and max
And go
out
on
his
a shopping
card.
spree.
Like they can't figure out who the fuck spend the money and he dead.
Right. Oh my
Like, come
gosh. It's
on,
stupid.
come on, come on, come on.
Not smart at all.
All right, so
Mm-mm.
I feel the question you asked was, what do you do if nobody's coming along or, popping up or whatever?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Have y'all ever thought about maybe it's not your time and maybe God in the universe don't want to place nobody in your life at that time because you got to learn how to be by yourself, depend on yourself. You know
Good
what I'm
point.
saying?
Good point. That's a
Because
good point.
you have women and men that are so dependent on men. Case in point, myself. I've never been single, never. I've always been the one that had one on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
I feel because I'll go from one relationship to the next relationship to the next one. Oh, I still got him on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And sometimes we got to learn how to be by ourselves, be independent. Not to
yeah,
say that I wasn't independent by myself, but I was always dependent on somebody being next to me.
For companionship, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And sometimes you have to learn how to love yourself totally before God and the universe can send you anybody that's for a lifetime. If you can't love yourself, how can you love somebody else?
That's a good
If
point.
you're not true, if you're not happy and true to yourself, how can you be true and loyal to somebody else?
And how you do expect that person to treat you if you treated your own self
Exactly.
like crap?
Exactly.
mm-hmm.
So what vibes you give off is the type of man
Yeah.
or woman you're gonna get. So if you're giving off cheater, maybe you're not a cheater now, but you was back in the day, and that's what comes off,
Right. Right.
and that's
And,
what you're gonna attract.
right. And Alma is
So you got to
agreeing with
pick
you.
yourself.
Alma's agreeing with you. She's saying agree and take care of yourself first, and self acceptance. That's a really good point, and that's true.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it maybe not be your time, or maybe God ain't placed that man in your life yet because He still has to groom you to be that man or that woman's husband or wife.
Mm-hmm.
He got to fix you internally, or you know what I'm saying. He has to put, for instance, a man or a woman. Maybe your husband ain't capable of working. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? But he has to groom you to be the breadwinner, or him the breadwinner, because like Goddess, her husband is the breadwinner. She's
Mm-hmm.
at home, but guess what?
Mm-hmm.
She's on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, YouTube, working her behind off, trying to make herself, an entrepreneur, and she's doing it.
Yeah. Yep.
So she has somebody behind her that is standing there and supporting her
Yes.
in her journey. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes
Beautiful.
we don't need people in our lives. We don't need a husband or a boyfriend or whatever because they
Right.
don't believe in us. We need to believe in ourselves. We need to get to that next level by ourselves.
Right.
And
Right.
then we have to think about, okay, the universe brought this man in, or whatever.
Right. That's a good point. Those are excellent points. People might not. People might think they're ready, but God might be like, no, you're not. That's
Yeah.
a good point. Good point.
That's all I have to say.
Or, for example, you could be ready, but the person that's the match for you, they're not 100% ready. They're
Right.
still working out the kinks. So if you
Right.
get together at that particular time and you're on a certain level and they still have the hang with the boys, drink a 40, smoke a cigarette every day,
Right.
they're not ready for you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's
Right.
a mismatch right there. Because while you're trying to think of how to get the next dollar, they're
Mm-hmm.
asking you for a dollar to go buy a cigarette. Like what?
And stop
Right.
putting an
Mhm.
age limit on it too. Who's
Right.
to say you have to meet them by 20? Who's to say you have to meet them by
Right.
30? It's
Right.
not an
Uh-huh.
age
Uh-huh.
limit.
Right.
Now, Felicia had a question in the comments. The question was, how do you feel about women taking care of these men when they don't have a job to take care of a home?
Please don't get me started,
Ooh. Uh
please.
oh. Role
Go
reversal.
ahead, preach.
Well,
Let
I
me
would just
tell you.
say this.
Let
I
me
would
tell
just
you
say
something.
this. The Bible says if a man don't work, he don't eat.
He don't
So,
Right.
eat.
That's
Okay,
how I
so
was
guess
raised.
what? Me being, I guess I'm the older person in the bunch, and me having two husbands, which I'm not ashamed of, I did not work for 99.9% of my marriages. Why? Because my husbands met me with the same old school mentality. I'm the man, I'm the provider, I don't want you to work. I work for enough money to take care of the household. So this
Mhm.
new model shit, I'm not about that life. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't be playing PlayStation and I'm out
Preach.
thinking how I'm gonna get the next dollar. Okay?
Right. That's a
And
good point.
you sitting home when I come home from trying to sell some bundles, the house ain't clean, you didn't make a meal, the
Preach.
garbage still there. Like what?
read.
So that's why I'd rather be by my damn self because I am not desperate. My fruits are not rotten. So I don't have to put up with this mess that I
Yes, them
can't get
fruits are fresh,
nobody.
honey.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna just have to settle for this guy playing PlayStation because God, if I don't go with him, I'm not gonna get nobody else. Somebody lied.
Well, while you finishing your read, I'm wondering if any of the guys have anything to say about that. Like, do they
They,
feel like it's okay to do that? Is
of
there
course,
any
they think
other
it's okay.
exceptions? The guys in the chat, do they feel like do they feel like that's okay?
You say no,
They
they
will.
not answering today.
They
I'ma
ain't
answer
gonna
for 'em.
answer that. They is not gonna answer that. Some of them finger right now on the PlayStation remote. They're not gonna answer this.
Not
Well,
Okay?
the
now
guys in
hold
our
on
chat.
now, hold on now,
Not the
cause
guys in
me and
our
my
chat.
husband are sitting here and play Call of Duty all damn day now.
No, I'm not.
We still trying to get to
No.
the last border Call of Duty now. I
Yeah,
just
but you
wanted to
all
inject that in
no.
there.
That does not pertain to you who's still chasing goals and doing that. That's not what we're talking about. Right now I'm talking about people who comfortable sitting down 24 hours a day, all day, all
Oh.
night, didn't go wash their sports equipment, if you know what I mean. And
Hmm.
they with a PlayStation, they was in the same clothes this morning, they're in it tonight and
Oh,
they're in it tomorrow.
Ooh, read that.
oh,
Read it down. Read it.
That's
oh.
what I'm talking about. And they didn't even make a meal. Like when you come home, you hungry, they hungry. They're like, what's for dinner? What?
Right, right, right. So when Felicia asked that question, how do you feel about women taking care of these men? We
Uh
had somebody that answered the question. I think it was Ama
mm,
again. She said roles in a marriage sometimes change, and both parties have to be ready to do their part. However, I don't accept taking care of people who do not want to contribute. And she said
that's
that she's independent and she won't take that. That's
okay.
from the chat.
What I'm saying is if you're married, right, and your husband gets sick, like how I got sick, for example. Your
Hmm.
husband got sick, he got in an accident, he couldn't work, and he was a breadwinner, but now you're in a position that you have to take over certain things until things get right. That is a
Hmm.
whole different ball game. But I'm talking about you're dating and you're now meeting somebody and they have no intention of looking for a job and they're making excuses why they don't have a job and they're quite comfortable not having a job and they're showing you these pair of kicks that they like and they're telling you it's their birthday and they want to watch and what? Huh?
Right, right, right.
Okay?
So we got Andre. Andre said that he'll cook. He ain't scared.
Okay.
Girl, what
Oh,
you talking about is a
Nice.
trick nigga.
oh, okay. And that's all he bringing to the table. He gonna cook.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Is that it, Andre? You got the questions on the floor for you.
My husband say that sound personal. Who you talking about? Put their name out there.
Okay, I'll tell you guys the only situation that I saw that really I think speaks to this that I would actually agree with, and that is I was working with a young lady like 2 years ago that got pregnant. She was married. She had been married for 2 years to her husband. Um, she was a physician, and I think he was an engineer, and she had been a physician longer than he had been an engineer. She got pregnant with twins. So when it was time for her to go back to work, she was making like 200,000, and he was just making like 90. So that's when he came home to take care of the twins so she could work, and that's the only exception that I saw.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you made more.
Right.
Bye bye.
Otherwise, I was raised that the men go to work,
Right, I'm
and
talking
the women
about.
do too most of the time.
Well, I don't know about the woman too much. I don't know about that life, so I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Okay, I don't know about that. I grew up in a house where my grandmother didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
When she was married to my granddad,
Mm-hmm.
after they separated and he died and whatnot, she got a job. My mother spent most of her time with us. She did little things like we had a parlor, and my mother made baked goods and sold from home and so on. But when she was in a relationship, she did not work. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so and it's the same thing. We all got married, and our husbands took care of us until that relationship was over, whatever the case may be.
My
So
God.
I'm not to this. I'm spoiled. I'm so sorry. I am sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am
Now,
spoiled. If I'm taking care of myself, great. But I don't see the point of me being in a relationship and you can't even bring me some sugar if I'm out. Like, what are we doing here? No, I
okay,
can't do
Mm-hmm.
now
it.
I want to interject right there. Now that also goes with what works for you because and I want to speak on a different topic.
To each his own.
My dad is an at-home father and he takes
Oh,
the kids to school. He
okay.
gets them from school. He makes sure he cleans the house before the wife gets home. He
Okay.
might, smoke his ganja and play his music, but
Mhm.
he makes
Mhm.
sure the
Mhm.
But he
household is
getting things
fine.
done. He's
And she
getting things
likes to
done.
work.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
that's a different situation.
Right,
So,
but that works for them.
right,
And
right.
I ain't knocking their game, but I'm talking for me. I'm not the one. I'm sorry.
Well, Andre is asking if he can work from home, and if he can, how long does he have to look for a job?
Andre a damn mess.
How come my stomach is hurting?
Y'all got my
Uh,
husband in these comments acting up. No,
if
no.
you
I
can
need a
work
stay at
from
home
listen to
husband.
me. You can work from home, but if you're working from home and the buckety bucks ain't coming in fast enough, you better have some
The
savings,
buckety bucks.
some
Mhm.
investments. You better have something because
Mhm.
you're not gonna turn to me and say, "What am I gonna do?" That's
Mhm.
what you're not gonna do. Okay? So you better have savings, Chase, Citibank, Capital. You better have savings.
Yeah, be ready. There's nothing like
Okay?
being ready for
Yeah.
whatever situation it is. Yeah.
Because I'm very spoiled and high maintenance. Let's get that right out there right now.
Yeah, but you might get somebody to come along and break that back.
Oh shit. No, no, strike
Uh-oh.
that from the record. Strike, strike, strike.
He
Let's go
might,
to commercial.
he might
Let's
knock
go
that
to
uterus
commercial.
out of place and you'll be singing a different tune. You'll be talking about, I go to work, back hurting and all. Shit.
Well, guess what?
Bang that back out.
That has never happened in the history of my lifetime.
Be
So
careful what you ask your
I don't know about
ancestors
that.
for.
I don't know about that life where I got it so good and I'm like, oh, go, I'll do
All
whatever you
right, all right,
want.
all right.
Haven't got
Mhm.
there yet. So until he comes along and I see that happen, I would say it's a no.
Let's
Mhm.
take a brief break,
Intermission.
and intermission. We'll be right back.
All right. And we are back. So our next topic we wanted to speak about is sex. Is it important? Is it a give or take? Whether it's like you will leave if the sex isn't good enough, or would you stay if it was okay, but he was a good person?
I'm afraid to answer this question.
And we also have a call-in number for you guys so that you guys can interact with us. The call number is 209-237-9933. And you can call in and add your opinion into the discussion. So we can start talking about that, and you guys could just chime in at any point and call that number.
Nice. Nice.
I'll let you guys go first. I'm married, so I clearly like it.
it's it's sex. Okay, so I'll say from dating. Not really. I don't think. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's not important, but it should not be something that you do on the first date.
Nope.
I feel like, and this is just me, the way that I was raised. No, I have not practiced this, but this is what I'm trying to implement now in my life. If a man who truly wants to be with me, he's gonna wait. So, but at the same time, if the vibe is the same, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let it go. I might be
Zitty.
Yeah. But let's go to the hotel because you ain't coming around my house, but we can go to the hotel over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say no if the vibe is there, then yeah. if the vibe is not there, or I'm just, we're both really trying to get to know each other, then, you can wait. But that's something that you got to talk about from the beginning.
Yep.
You willing to wait, or you like, is this, you just want to, start having sex and all that stuff?
Nope.
Okay, question. What if you did wait and the sex is whack?
I mean, been there, done that, and I still lived.
Baby, if the sex is whack, baby, I ain't gonna shade you or nothing. I may have to teach you some things. You know what I'm saying?
She's a teacher.
Lord.
I'm a teacher. I'm gonna teach you what you need to know, baby. I ain't gonna shade you and push you to the side and be like, nah, that dick was whack. Big or small. Hey, and that's another question. Do the penis size matter?
Lord have its mercy.
Calling number 209 237-9933. Y'all not leaving us in this discussion about ourselves now. Call me.
Let me say this much. When I was younger and I was, very uppity, I grew up in church. I didn't care those things weren't important to me.
Y'all better come on in on this exclusive.
I wanted to be married. I wanted to have a child. I didn't care about none of that. At this stage in my life, however, okay, I'm like Goldilocks right now. It doesn't have to be majorly hot, and it doesn't have to be cold. The warm bowl of porridge is good enough for me. So. It's got to fit right with me. Not too much and not enough. Somewhere in the middle, and you know how to, do the bedroom aerobics. We good?
But what is not too much and what is just enough?
Lord have it. What do you want me to do? Get out a ruler?
Give us a number.
All right. Okay. Hold up. Okay. A 12 is a bit much, but I could work with it and take half.
Girl, I want my uterus now.
No, I'm just
I agree.
Yeah, but there's a reason why I'm saying that. I had that. Okay.
He gonna get up and take your uterus with him.
No. You hold the person away from you, and you don't take all of it.
No,
okay?
baby, don't nobody want no runners. We don't want runners. No, baby.
You gonna get up and have your uterus walking away.
Listen to me. I could. Yeah. Understand what I'm saying. If you got married at a young age and you don't know about size and none of this shit, when you get with the person and it's your wedding night and they roll it out and you're like, ooh.
Bitch, did she just say roll it out?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so done with her. I'm done.
I can imagine. I wake up in the morning with that.
But at this point, you already said I do. We're talking about 20-something years ago. You don't know no better. But when you're feeling it like, I can't take all of this. So you kind of keep the person at a distance. Then you could break up with this person and get somebody that's not enough. And then you're like, okay, let me think. When the person had a lot, I could still take some. But when you don't have enough, what could I do here? But you work
baby,
with
if
it.
you don't know how to rock the boat, you should be able to know how to ride anything, baby. And take anything.
Anyway.
No, I like my uterus to stay intact.
I'm saying
you can be big without having 12 damn inches.
I'm saying with the men with the smallies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you don't understand. After you had a giant Frank and you go down to Vienna, you're like, what is this?
Bitch.
I'm not talking about no Vienna, baby. I'm not talking about no baby peepees.
But
I'm not talking about no 1 and 2, baby. Or no threes. I'm talking about 4s and up, baby. You gotta know how to.
All right, but if it ain't enough to do nothing with, you just go with it because there's more things to the situation than that. You just let it slide and you just work with it.
Girl, first of all, if he got a small Peter, you don't see that thing through his pants if he horny enough. Now you can tell us on.
Here's what I'm saying to you. In either situation, it was never my number one priority. Maybe something's wrong with me, but in both situations, I was never that's the most important thing in my life situation. It was never that way.
Well, that's why it's 5 people on the show. Different opinions, guys.
Right
so, hey, at least you know.
We have
So
a
We all have
caller.
different opinions.
so
We have
now
a caller.
after having many years with one end of the spectrum and then another how much years with the opposite end of the spectrum, that's where I could say right now we could be in the middle at a good nine. Okay?
Rock,
At a
we have
sweet
a
middle.
call. We have we have
Yes.
Dre on the line.
Lord have mercy.
Yay.
Hold on. Hold on, Andre.
Hey guys,
Oh,
Get
Lord
the
have
phone
mercy.
close. Okay, go ahead. Speak a little bit louder because you're on the phone.
shalom.
Mm,
Speak. Can you guys hear him?
Yes,
yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can hear him?
yes.
No, yes, we hear you.
The real, she wants to act you out. That's all that is. She want her gut gouged.
Oh,
Wow.
What?
he wanna beat your gut out.
You said that's what she wants. Ooh.
I'm not hearing properly. It's breaking up. What?
He said you want your uterus moved.
I don't want it to move out of place, but I want to know something's going on.
Mad at you.
Huh?
What about if the coochie is dry?
Ooh.
Well, you gotta figure out how to get it right. That's my job.
Oh Lord, guys, this is a grown-up show, so please, no kids watching or listening. Okay.
Hold on,
If
Jay. Let
it's
me find out
dry
what she said.
and you're grown and you're not new to this, you gotta make it work, Poppy.
What if it don't get wet?
If
Ooh.
you know what to do, you will. Practice makes perfect. You're gonna get it that way. Don't worry. Oh Lord, hear what I just said. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Women have to be team players too. Y'all want men to be a team player, but you gotta be team players too. We gotta work to get the coochie wet, squeeze them uterus, squeeze that pelvic.
Wow. I'm just saying, you asked the question, what if? And I'm saying, if it's not getting that way enough for you, you got to figure out how to get it that way. Maybe it depends on the two people involved. What if the woman just sees you and as she sees you, there's a waterfall? You don't know.
You gotta let him talk. You gotta let him talk.
It's not personal, sweetheart. It's just in general.
Huh?
It's just
He
general.
said it's not personal. He said it's just a general question.
I understand. And I'm saying, if it doesn't happen on its own,
Hold on,
then,
let's repeat the question before you answer. The
uh-huh,
question was,
uh-huh.
what if the coochie is dry? What if it does not get moist at all?
Well,
KY jelly at the
there's
CVS.
things in the pharmacy for that, and I don't want to be graphic and shit, but there's bodily fluids that make it work. Be creative and get it moist like Duncan Hines. I don't know what to tell you.
Don't forget
So,
about the
so basically,
foreplay.
let me put it in my words. What if the pussy is dry as cobweb?
Oh my
Well,
God.
you gotta find. Listen to me.
Oh my
Well,
God.
you're gonna have to pull the cobwebs out. I don't know what to tell you. Find a way to get the cobwebs out. I don't know what to tell you.
KY jelly at the CVS.
Foreplay, and gradually pull out the cobwebs. Foreplay is your best friend. 2 hours, 1 hour. Foreplay to the point that the person is begging you and there's a river on the bed. I don't know what to tell you.
Ain't nobody let me play foreplay for 4 hours on no dry
Nobody said 4 hours. I'm saying
1 or
Nobody
2.
gonna be playing with no dry pussy for 4 hours. You gonna be
nobody said 4 hours. Okay.
I'm saying 4 hours. How no,
Well,
you
4 hours
can't
or
expect somebody
4
to do that.
hours?
I
The
never said
number
that, but
4?
okay.
No,
I never
not
said
the
4
number four.
hours.
I'm saying
God.
not the number
Exclusive.
4.
Uh, if all else fails, get to the quickest pharmacy and get something in a jar and get it moist. I don't know what to tell you. Throw some
Get
strawberry syrup on
burned.
it. I don't know what to tell you. Put some whipped cream on it and drop a strawberry in it. I don't know what to say.
This ain't no damn
Be
fruit
careful with
salad.
that. You don't want to be sending nobody to the doctor either.
Whipped cream and strawberry, guys, is gonna be an emergency room dropping
Right. Exactly.
You put it on top of there, not in there.
Not inside. What the hell?
Andre wants something else to say. I mean, Andre has something else to say. Go ahead.
You prefer their shave or
Did y'all, the question was, do we women prefer the male's genital area to be shaved?
Yes, please.
No, he said no, he's saying for us women. Do we prefer our kind of areas to be shaved or hairy?
Oh.
Let me say this. Okay, let me say this. I grew up in the islands where we never knew nothing about shaving that. Our men never told us to shave it because that's not what we know. However, when I came to America, I got to find out that that is like a necessity. But at the same time, no, don't laugh at me. But at the same time, I have met men from my country who's like, I didn't grow up with that being shaved. I don't care if it's shaved or not. Some men like the hair. I don't. So it depends on the man and who I'm with.
Some men feel a shaved, bald coochie like that is weird. But that's R. Kelly, though.
He wants everybody to chime in on the answer.
It depends on the man you're with and how he feels about it and how you feel about it and the compromise in the middle. That's all I can say about that.
Okay, what do you other guys think?
I didn't
you
even know
like
what you
it?
said, Goddess. But for me, I don't like hair on my vagina, period. So you either go take it or leave it.
Okay.
And every guy that I've ever been with don't like hair.
So
I
let
don't
me
know.
ask the
Maybe
caller,
something.
how do you like it?
Who?
a hairy. Have a hair.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Taking notes. Okay.
That looks like a toad. That looks like a toad.
I can't.
Right, but at the same time, it doesn't have to be either or. You could just do a light trim so it's not bush
Right,
gardens
so
down
it's
there.
not,
That's
it's
what I'm
not
gonna
a,
ask him. That's what I was gonna ask him.
Either a light
Do
trim
you
or
want
a
it?
landing strip.
do
Right.
you want to be able to part it like the Red Sea?
Do you like? Hold on, you guys. Let me ask him this question. The question was: do you like it like a bush, or do you like it trimmed down? Because you just said you don't want to cut your tongue or your face either.
I can put him down. I have a haircut. I like hair.
Okay. So now, does that go for the armpit too?
For the what?
For the armpit.
Oh no,
So how do you guys feel as far as like, okay, so we said the women, so how do you feel about the men? Do you want them shaved?
Yes,
or hairy?
thanks. Yes, thank you.
Around the
Yes,
for me,
thanks.
around the genital areas, yes. But I don't really mind hair because I'm not about to be sucking nobody's dick with hair on it. I'm sorry, I don't have time to be trying to get it out the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for that.
No, but guess what? I don't like hair in general. Like if I'm laying on your chest, I don't want to feel a rose bush. So I like clean chest and clean, but like I don't.
First of all, I don't like to be hacking and coughing up hairballs in the middle of the fucking section, okay? I don't have time to be trying to push them hairs back. You
Oh
better trim that
God.
shit. I'm not saying you got to be bald or nothing, but I'm saying I don't want no long pieces of hair around your head. I'm sorry.
And Felicia says as long as you have it trimmed or groomed, then you're okay.
his hair with your stuff and dig. And that man, his shit is short.
No,
I
this
don't
shit.
want no. I don't want no bald balls.
could be bald. What's wrong with
I
that?
don't want bald balls.
It could be bald. That's fine.
In my opinion, I don't want no silky smooth bald balls.
Lord have mercy.
That's all I'm
I don't
saying.
want no silky smooth balls either, but I don't want no long fucking strands in my goddamn throat.
I like silky smooth everything, so I'm good.
So I mean, I don't like bald balls, but I'm just like Andre. I like it trimmed down, so I'm like, damn. I don't want my face cut up and everybody looking like, what's wrong with your mouth? Which I was fucking good.
It's okay if a hair getting your teeth every now and again. Just pull it out.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But everybody gonna be like, what's around your bitch? What happened to your mouth? Bitch, I was
Oh my
fucking good.
God. I
They
can't.
got a whole motherfucking burn all on my fucking face. Cause this
Pull the
motherfucker
hair out
wasn't
your
true.
tooth and keep it moving.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. Thank you, Andre, for calling in.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you.
Thank you.
But
Yes.
Just pull the hair out your tooth, bitch. Keep it moving.
I can stop that shit. Because when I go to fucking bitch, I'm not stopping, motherfucker. And if I get an attitude, bitch,
Bitch, I will swallow my husband piece of hair if it get in my mouth, bitch.
No. I got a basic gag reflex. I can't have nothing lingering on the back of my motherfucking throat. No. Just fuck up on
I
you. No.
will hawk that string of hair about them finish, bitch.
I ain't got time to. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. Nah, I ain't got time for that. Cause when I go in. That's it. Don't stop me, motherfucker. Until I'm done. Okay? I don't want now one piece of hair stopping me from nothing. I ain't got time for that.
And public service announcement. That's why their relationship works. Public service announcement.
Exactly.
I'm gonna keep on talking, bitch. Ain't no piece of hair about to stop me, okay? That motherfucker getting my tooth. I get it after I finish. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get one of those things to clean my teeth, bitch, and pull that hair right out and keep it moving. That shit ain't stopping the motherfucking thing over here. Cause once I stop, bitch, I'm not stopping. We already too far deep into this for me to be stopping. Fuck that.
Oh God, I can't.
Oh my God.
I cannot.
Okay, so last question before we stray away from sex.
Okay.
Do you guys lick balls and suck balls?
I sure the fuck do. I lick it off, except for the asshole.
thanks.
I ain't doing that. No, baby. No booty holes, but I will. Yeah, balls. Yeah.
Nope.
What about buttholes?
Oh
no. The hell I look? No,
I agree. I was just asking the question.
No.
I ain't licking no ass. I was just asking.
No, and no.
God, let's draw
Andre
the line
said-
real quick right there with that. She wants you to know, guess what? Don't get carried away, bitch.
Andre
I don't
said-
do that.
Andre had a question. He said, "Do y'all swallow?"
Oh,
No, God, it's swallow because she just said it.
no.
Ah, don't be putting me on blast, bitch.
Yeah.
On a good night. Shit.
On no,
Sometimes, okay,
night.
let's get serious real quick.
No
let's be
nights.
mature.
Yes,
If
let's.
he
no
tries
nights.
to fuck my throat, bitch, there's no way that I can move back far enough. Once he starts shooting, bitch, it just slithers down your throat. You don't have no
Just
choice.
goes right on down.
Let me tell you.
I have never.
Exclusive.
So y'all never accidentally swallowed before? That's what all y'all telling me on the panel. I'm the only bitch that accidentally swallows and my husband fucking my throat. That's what y'all telling me?
No,
Bitch, I got 5 kids. I ain't got time to be swallowing shit. Hello.
If she had swallowed, she would have 5 kids. I'm dying.
The doctor's gonna do all the swallowing. Forget that.
Enjoy wins the contest.
No, baby, I got 5. I'm on baby number 5, honey. That tells you I don't swallow nothing.
Well, I will tell you guys, it was no accident.
Thank you. Another real motherfucker in the building. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes they be too deep and it be like, no. But it be like, no, bitch, yes, today, bitch.
Okay, but I got a question. Well,
Yeah.
I got a question. Have y'all ever let your husband, your man, whatever, squirt in your face?
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
I plead the fifth.
yes.
nope. If I say what I really want to say, everybody on this panel gonna get off on me and be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe she just said that." And blah, blah, blah. So I rather not say too much.
Well, I will just say, the Bible does say whatever you do in the bedroom is between the two of you, it's undefiled. So whatever keeps your relationship going,
Yeah,
whatever
but
keeps y'all
yeah, I'm
healthy,
not about that life.
whatever keeps
Okay,
y'all
but
healthy, do that.
if you're not about that life, but your mate or the person that you're with is about, ejaculating on your body, what part of the body is okay? Is it whole body or is it a boundary?
In
That's
my
what y'all
mouth
need to
or in
discuss.
my vagina. Period.
Okay.
Nowhere. I rather not even talk because I'm gonna get a beat down, and my answer to that is nowhere. But whatever.
Right. Okay. So Andre said, "F that. He nasty. Look, I'm
Mm,
nasty in the bedroom. I don't give a
Lots.
damn.
I don't know
But
what to
I for
say.
damn sure ain't swallowing your nut. I know that for a motherfucking fact.
So you tell
Well,
okay, hold on guys. So Joy, you're telling me if you giving head and he
mm,
deep like down all down deep in your throat past your tonsils
mm,
and he about to come but he's unable to say it before he ejaculates. You hold that cum in the middle of your throat and
yeah,
hack
but
it
what
back
if
up.
it's
Bitch,
what
I'm
if
fooling. First of all, okay. So let me
it's
ask
not
you a
going
question.
that far?
Every man that I've ever had sex with and have sucked dick for, I know their reactions and
You know the body when you
I know
feel.
when I'm about to fucking ejaculate, bitch, and I will fucking I'll pull his dick out my own goddamn mouth. Okay, I'm not letting nobody slip up and put nothing down my goddamn throat. Case in point, I'm on baby number 5.
Okay.
Now,
Felicia says
I'm
she's
not gonna
never
say
had that
I ain't never
problem.
gonna. I'm not gonna say that I would never try it, but at this point, I have never done that, never. But as far as ejaculating, so on, and boobs and fucking feet and all that shit. Yes, I dated a guy that would have a foot fetish. Okay, yes, I have the same.
Uh,
Sometimes you're just so passionate
Yeah,
well,
that things
I,
just happen.
I guess I'm not passionate. I don't know what to say.
I think.
you
I
got a
guess
foot.
I didn't
You
meet the
got
man
an
that
hand.
make me be passionate. Maybe I didn't meet that man yet. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, because I can honestly say sometimes, bitch, if I'm feeling good enough, I'm like, don't come yet. And I'm egging it on, but I'm like, nah, don't come, motherfucker.
No.
Right.
Take this shit. And
Mm-mm.
then
Okay.
be like, bitch, I told you I was about to
I
come.
don't speak.
Oops.
Right. Right.
Like,
But my thing. Okay, so my next question is, what? Okay, there's bedroom language. What is too much and what is not enough?
What?
Are you aggressive like me, bitch, like that type of shit, or are you just like nah, stand off type?
Before y'all answer that question, I'm seeing Dominique giving us
Mm,
side eyes. So I just want to
mm,
ask him real quick, does he want to call in
mm.
before we end the topic?
He
Right.
wouldn't.
He said, not if you hold your head. Oh no, I don't let people hold my head. I like to
yeah,
be
What?
in
that's what I
control.
was
Oh
saying.
my
Like,
God.
sometimes they're
Control my
into it
head.
and they might grab your
Oh
head.
shit, no.
No.
Damn, you got a lucky husband. God
That's
damn.
probably why I ain't married. Shit. Cause I ain't let nobody ski down my motherfucking throat, bitch.
All
No.
right, y'all. Well, we're going to go intermission, and then when we come back, we'll be talking about hot topics and what's in the news.
What's in the news?
Testing, testing, testing. Hello, we're back. So we're gonna just dig right into hot topics, and the first person I want to speak on is Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star Tommy Lee, facing up
Oh,
to 54 years on child abuse charges.
Oh, wow.
Report. Cast
what?
member of VH1 and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has been indicted on multiple child abuse charges stemming from a dramatic incident at her child's middle school in October, according to multiple reports. Tommy Lee, whose real name is Atasha Shitza Jefferson, was reportedly indicted Thursday in Cobb County, Georgia, on 7 charges, including child cruelty, aggravated assault, battery, aggravated stalking, and disrupting in a public school. According to TMZ, 3 of the charges are felonies. In total, the star could face up to 54 years behind bars. According to multiple reports, Lee was arrested after an incident in which he allegedly burst into her child's school, grabbed one of the children by the hair, and shoved their head into a metal locker. In addition to swearing and yelling at the child, it's reported that she slapped her child and whipped them with a purse strap. According to People, Lee was arrested but quickly posted the $27,000 bond. However, she was arrested again only hours later for violating a court order to stay away from her child. After leaving the jailhouse, reports the reality star went to Smyrna, Georgia house where the child was located, according to AJC.com. She refused to come out and was eventually found in the attic where she was arrested. TMZ notes that the star claims she'll no longer be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in the wake of the indictments. However, neither representatives for Lee nor VH1 responded to Fox News' request for comment. Guys,
Wow.
let's dig into that.
Wow.
I'll let you guys go first because y'all know my mouth, so save me for last.
I'm still trying to soak it all in.
Woo, honey. Banged her head into a metal locker and took her strap off of her purse and
Wow.
whooped her ass in the school.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. That's some
Um,
parenting.
um, let me see how to say this. We all, including myself, have that moment when the kids get on your last nerve, or for the parents who had to go up in the school because these kids acting up and showing out. I've hit my child with a belt or two. My mother beat me with a belt or two. But what I'm not about to do is hit nobody's head in no locker.
Right, right.
And on top of which, if my daughter did something in school which only happened once and it wasn't nothing major, I wait till she get home and say, here what? They're not about to call me up in here again, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But I would not beat my child in the school and to the point of hitting her head in a locker. And this is America. Like, you could do things like that in other countries and you could get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
This
You're
is
not getting away with it
America,
here.
and this is in a school and there's cameras and whatever. But
Yeah.
she's not really rolling with a full deck. She has anger management and then she's an alcoholic. So when you put those two things together, she's not thinking clearly.
Right.
She needs help. She needs help herself. Okay? I'm sorry for her
Okay,
daughter, but she needs some type of therapy.
All right, let's hear from Joy. All right, Joy must be on a break right now, so I'll start. My
Yes.
problem. Okay, because y'all know I'm about to dig in that ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all know my mouth.
Go ahead.
First off,
We already
I
know.
want to
Speak
play
on
the
it.
devil's advocate here, right? So I'm going to play both sides. We
Yeah.
don't know what the child did, right?
Right.
Okay, she could have been sucking dick in the bathroom. She could have
Mm-hmm.
been getting fucked behind the school,
Oh, I
or
hear
she could
you.
have got caught having drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick,
Now,
how old was
which
she?
it did
Real
not
quick.
say.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
But that's why I said I'm gonna play both sides because they did not disclose her age.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
Okay, so she could have done any of these things,
Mm-hmm.
but also you have to take a look at Tommy's past. We have seen Tommy a numerous amount of times drinking all the time,
Yeah.
lashing out at people, ready, quick to fight people. You know, her mouth is worse than mine. So, or it could have been she said something wrong to one of the
Disrespectful.
teachers.
Yeah.
Right, in a disrespectful manner. Now, my thing is there is also a certain way to handle it
Yeah.
because I will throw my own situation in the mix. And I was young and I didn't know any better. And I thought I was grown in elementary school. And I got mad at my security guard. So I started walking through school saying, bald head, scatty wag, ain't got no hair in the bag, gelled up, weaved up, your hair's fucked up. And I wasn't even supposed to be cursing. Okay? And my mama happened to pop up at school that day because she was going to surprise me and take me to Six Flags. And I got the all dog shit beat out of me, but she didn't do it at the school.
Right.
She waited until she got home and tore my ass up. You know, and then I was already disappointed enough because I was about to get taken to Six Flags, you know, as a surprise.
And that party was over.
Right. So that's why I said I'll play both sides on this because I have been that fast child to say, bitch, you don't know me, bitch. As soon as my mama leave, I'm cursing up a storm thinking I'm grown. You know, so it could be either or, but as far as Tommy's behavior, this is not the first time.
It's very irrational.
Right, and then you're hiding an addict, so that means you knew exactly what you were doing. You know that you constantly go to jail. Like every time we see you on Love and Hip Hop, you either leaving the jail or you're coming out of it, or you're talking about going back in.
Dang.
Okay, so at a point in time, you have to say, "Hey, maybe I need to look at me." We have to all come to that point in life where we're like, okay, is it everybody else or is it me?
Right. Yeah.
You know, because if you don't have to bang your daughter's head in the fucking locker.
Exactly.
You know, and embarrass her, and not only embarrass her, that is abuse.
That's abuse.
That's not taking her home and spanking her.
Not
That is literally
That's
right.
Because that child could have had a concussion. Like that's a bit much.
Right. So, you know, and then not just that. I have, let me rag on myself for a second. My degree is in early childhood education. And although it might not be elementary, not elementary, it might not be middle and high school children,
but
they
still.
do. It is our due diligence to report certain things if we feel abuse is wrong or something is wrong in that home and is affecting the child to the point where we feel we have to step in.
Yeah.
Okay, so they had no choice but to report that. You can't come to a school full of teachers and beat her and throw her head into the locker and we just turn our eyes like we didn't see it. Because that's our job on the line. And not only that, we have to swear in, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that we are in the kids' best interest. We're not here for the parents. We're here to help you help them. Okay, so I'll let you guys talk, but I can't with her. I'm tired of seeing her. She said she won't be on Love and Hip Hop this season. They already fake as shit as it is. Who cares? We barely watching it at this point anyway. But, you know, it's to the point where it's like, are you doing it because you really need help? Because on every episode, you're drinking and crying.
Right.
So maybe you need to really take time, Tommy, and look in deep into yourself and try to fix you, baby. Because until you fix you and try to heal your broken heart, you're going to continue to hurt your parents, your kids, your boyfriends, girlfriends, or whoever else you come around, because at
Because
this point you are toxic.
what it
Good point.
is she's drinking to
You
heal whatever's going on with her. Otherwise, she is drinking to deal with that. So she
Hmm.
need to get to the root of the problem and get some serious counseling.
Hmm.
I think it's even things from her childhood that never, she never got over, and just things keep adding on top of things. And her way of
Yes, I
dealing with
agree.
it is drinking and, going off
Mhm.
in an adult tantrum, so to speak.
Mhm.
I feel sorry for
Mhm.
her more than anything else, I must say.
Yep. Yep. Okay, guys, and I also wanted to let you guys know, don't forget that you guys can call in, and the number is 209-237-9933 if you want to call in and give your opinion and weigh in on the discussion, because even though we're up here entertaining you guys, we still would love to hear from you. So
Thank
call
you. Don't be scared.
in, bitch. Read.
Okay. I don't agree with how she handled things. Slamming her head against a metal locker. I think you should be locked up for a very, very, very long time.
I
We
don't
don't
know
do
about
that.
40 something years. I think that's a bit
No, I
much.
don't think 40 something years. No, I don't agree with that. But at the same time, there's a difference from disciplining
Discipline, yes.
you than abusing your child and beating
Yes.
your child. You just by her slamming her head into a dang on locker tells you what goes on at home. She's beating her ass all the time.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because
Like
if you
and
can do
like
that in public, what do you do in private?
and like right and like God has said, she's playing both sides. We don't know what the little girl did. We don't know what she did.
Right. But does it
But
warrant her head being slammed in a locker? That's the.
but at the same time, it's a thin line between discipline
And
and being
abuse.
abused.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clear that she abuses her. Yes, I
Yep.
think she needs to go to jail. Do I think for 40 years? No. Unless there's other proof that this
54.
child has of being abused, like a journal
Right.
or,
But
pictures or, police reports or something like that we don't know about.
right. But
But 40
beside
years for it, no. Maybe 5, maybe 10,
but
whatever.
she needs
40,
more than just jail, because you know what my perception of people going to jail is, a lot of times people go to jail for things that's not necessarily something to go to jail for, or if they do, it should be for a short time, and they should have a backup for when they come out, some type of counseling. Because what's going to
Right.
happen is you're going to go to jail, you have no kind of therapy or anything in there, you're going in there, you're fighting for your life with other people like you, worse than you, you're coming out worse than
Mhm.
you went in.
Yep.
So
I
Yep.
they
think
need
she
some
needs
kind
to
of
go.
rehabilitation, something.
I feel like she needs to go to jail 5 to 10 years,
Oh,
and when
I
she
don't.
gets out, she needs to go to a halfway house
Yeah, but I
because
think
something
five or
is
ten
wrong.
years is still kind of long.
No, I don't give a damn. You slammed a child's head into a damn locker.
Yeah, but
Fuck you, bitch.
there's
You
murderers
need to
out
be
here
locked
that
the
didn't
fuck
get
up.
10 years. So I'm just saying.
Okay,
Okay, let's say
can I
1 to 5.
intervene?
Sure.
Okay, my problem also is that it's not just Tommy. Like, if you guys watch my channel, you guys know we might talk about a situation that's happening in the media,
Yeah.
but we always try to draw it back to everyday people.
Yes.
There are kids out here getting beat, starved, set in
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
corners,
Exactly.
just all types of stuff that we couldn't imagine. And I definitely always root and talk for kids that are in foster care, because it is not just people with their real moms and real
Exactly.
dads.
Exactly.
There are foster kids out here that are beat, that are not getting their stipends for money, that are not being fed, that
That
are
are
not
being
being
molested.
taken care of, that are being treated worse than Cinderella was in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
so when it comes to topics like this, it's not just about Tommy for me. It's about these kids are out, these babies are committing suicide at
Mm-hmm.
9, 10, and 11 years
Horrible.
old. They haven't even lived yet. They don't even know what it is to be truly happy, and they are losing their lives and taking their lives.
Someone is
Kids are being found locked in rooms with locks on the door. So are you telling me that you're going to let your drug problem or your liquor problem get in the way of you being a good mom and caring mom to your daughter? And then we wonder why it's girls out here having sex and being in sex rings with people like R. Kelly because they don't know any better, or because they don't, feel they're better than what they
they're
should be.
looking for love in all the wrong places.
We have
and then we as people want to comment on YouTube videos and say how lost people are when it's like you failed them. You failed them.
Yes.
So
speak on it.
We have a caller, not to cut you off, just to let you know.
No, go ahead. Take the caller.
We have Alma Black Rose on the phone. Let me know.
Hey, Alma, baby.
How you doing?
Go ahead, Alma.
Is it the same topic, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have kids, but I come from Ghana, and of course you get disciplined when you do something wrong. But abusing your kid, you add trauma to their life. Like, I don't understand why you have to slam a kid's head in a locker. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't have kids, but I was
Did the call drop?
hitting a kid, for me, it's not the right thing to go do. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you discipline a kid because I don't have any. My parents, like, discipline us with a belt when we were around 12 because they realized it's not helping. You better talk to the kid, understand why they did what they did, and then find a solution and make them understand the mistake the mistake they have done. You know, so they realize that they could do something better. You know, have a solution to anything that happens. If they're angry, they can find another way of expressing the anger. But hitting them doesn't resolve anything. So I think, what's the name, Jenny, or something like that?
Could we have someone repeat the question and comment?
What she's been doing to the little girl.
She's okay. She said, is this her child that she slammed her head into the locker?
It's just not cool.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in, and
thanks for your call.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, she loyal already to the exclusive Fabulous Five. Hey,
thank you, Amma. Thank you, Amma.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate that.
Great comment too. For someone that doesn't have children, that already knows what to more of what to do with them than the people that have children.
Yes.
Great comments.
But okay, so this is another question. She brought up a great point. At 12, they stop getting disciplined. Now, after 12, if your kid is, still on that rough patch, going into, puberty, and they're so out of control that you can't handle them, do you send them to a boarding school? Do you send them to middle school? Do you try to go through counseling with the pastor? You put them in counseling with another.
I think the parents and the child should go to counseling or get them with other kids that have similar issues, because sometimes kids are more comfortable talking to a group of other kids that share their same background, or a teacher, a guidance counselor in the school, because sometimes kids are more comfortable talking to someone other than you because they think you can't relate to them.
But you know what else too, though? Sometimes we mistake kids and we treat them as if they can't understand, and they actually do.
Yeah.
So sometimes we hold back from them and don't want to really talk to them when really they're trying to figure things out. And sometimes the best thing is to explain things to them so that they can understand, because sometimes they do understand more than you think they do, and they
Yes.
see more than you think they do. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so sometimes we put that on them as far as, oh, they're too young. Certain things, like, yeah, it's a way to word certain situations so that they can understand without going over, stepping over that line. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, if they're feeling left out, their parents not telling them nothing, all they are saying is, just stay in a child's place,
Yes.
or you don't need to know, then they're like, okay, so I gotta sit here. I see what's going on. I'm hurt too. I'm
Yes.
being affected too, but no one's telling me anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Can you imagine that? Like, we really mistake kids. Like,
For
oh, you're young.
dummies.
You don't
Yeah.
go through anything. And
Yeah.
sometimes they are hurt, and sometimes they're not with both parents. So they are trying to figure it out, just like the parents are.
Right.
So sometimes we have to stop shielding them because that's what we think we're doing, and actually we're pushing them away.
Right. I wanted to add something with that. I feel that, okay, I don't know how nobody else feels, but I feel if a parent is unable to figure out a way to communicate or discipline, I think parenting classes aren't really a bad thing, because it
Yes.
teaches us to look at their actions and how they, move, how they talk, what they say. It helps us understand them a little bit better. So then we can go and approach the situation differently. Not every kid needs to be physically disciplined. Not every kid, needs to be verbally disciplined. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how anybody else feels about parenting classes, but I think, or a parent and me class or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So we can better understand each other.
Yep, that's true.
And it kind of goes with, zodiac signs too. Not all signs mesh together, but we can all, learn to work together like us.
How to coexist.
We're five different zodiacs, you know what I'm saying? Or four different zodiacs. We mesh together because we are learning how to work together. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Become one. And we don't agree with everything. No, as parents, we're not going to agree with everything that our kid does. But there are certain ages that you have to step back and be like, okay, well, they got to learn that on their own, And you don't and don't shelter your kids because, like you said, you're pushing them away. Like me, I let my kids know everything.
Yeah.
Like at a certain age, I start talking about sex. I start talking about, not allowing people to touch them, men or women, family members or not,
Yeah.
pastors or
Right.
teachers. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that we have to let our kids know right now. So when they're
Yep.
approached with that, they don't have these
Hmm.
issues.
And not cutting across you, Join, but I tend to lose my train of thought a lot. So this thought just popped in my head and I just want to say it before I forget about it.
That's a
As a
Gemini thing.
right, as a parent, never be afraid to tell your kids your story, because a lot of time parents think, well, I'm the parent and you're gonna have to listen to me, and if I did or said something that was wrong, not that what the child did was right, but your reaction to it was a bit overboard, but
Right.
you don't think you have a right to say, I really have a right to be mad at you for that, but my reaction was a bit over the top because I
Yeah.
was already pissed off for 9 things during the day. And
Mhm.
that thing was the 10th thing, the last drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
And I overreacted. Don't be afraid to call your kids and hug them and
Mhm.
say, oh my God, I really didn't mean to yell at you like that.
That's a good
Or,
point.
you know what I mean? And hug them
Yeah.
up
Right.
and kiss them and let them know I love you. I
Yeah.
still don't like what you did, but my reaction could have been at a 1 and
Mhm.
I had it at a 99. So I'm
Mhm.
sorry for
Mhm.
that, but I still don't like what you do. And
Right.
such, and try to, because
Right.
a lot of parents think they can't apologize.
Right.
I
And
wanted
don't
to
just beat them either. Explain to them what's going on.
Yeah.
Let them know the process of, hey, I've told you plenty of times.
Yeah.
I've warned you. I've explained it to
And I
you.
told you the
I've
next
had
time you do
discussions
this,
with
I'm taking
you.
away your phone. So
Right.
yeah, let me have it.
I've let you weigh your options.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to know where you are on the scale,
Right.
so that when you know when it's getting close to that tip over sign, you know what's coming. So when you do get that ass whooping, you know exactly what you did, exactly what it was for, and exactly how many times you got away with it before I gave you your consequence. And on
Right.
that note, I want to wrap the show up by saying that I appreciate every single woman in my cast. We all play a
Aw.
huge part, you guys. We have been up. We have been working hard. We have been on the phone 7 hours at a time. We have been putting in a lot of work. Me and these ladies have not even known each other a year, and we all talk as if we known each other all our
Whole
lives.
lives.
And I really do appreciate you guys. We all
Oh.
play a specific role. Like, I know I'm funny and I know I get everybody laughing, but like, it's just so much that you guys don't even know. Felicia is doing calls, Felicia's doing PayPals, KT is running songs, and she's making sure she cuts in and out what she's supposed to. Joan is doing phone calls. Lox is, doing her thing. It's just everybody just meshes so well, and we hope you guys really enjoyed the
Appreciate
show.
it.
And I ask that you guys share it so that other people can see that women can get along on YouTube. Women
Black women at
can,
that. Black women
right?
at
We
that.
can get along. We can have good discussions, but we also can drag bitches at times. Don't get it twisted. Okay,
Okay.
so we are all ends of the spectrum on this show, and I hope that you guys continue to watch us and support us. And thank you.
Thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, thank you
Have
to
a good
everybody
night,
following
guys.
Thank
Andre and
you.
Amma.
Smooches.